Please welcome holistic wellness expert, Annabelle Prince.
I am alive today because my mother didn't drink that last cup of coffee. During World War II, loud, large, heavy footsteps meant they were coming. On March 1st, 1945, my grandparents, my mother, Paulette, who was 20 years old, and my uncle Sam, who was 15, were at their home in France. Suddenly, my uncle looked out the window and saw the Gestapo approaching the house. Maman, Papa, la Gestapo est près d'ici. Mom, Dad, the Gestapo is near here. My uncle ran up to the attic, and immediately after, those loud, large footsteps came into the house. My grandmother, prior to that, asked my mother with tender eyes and said, Paulette, you're the chosen one to hide. Go to the neighbor's house like we planned. What about a cup of coffee before you leave? My mother replied, no, Mom, I must go, and she left. So when those loud, large footsteps came into the house, my uncle climbed up to the stairs, hung on the edge of the roof, and as he was trying to get away from the window, he fell on top of another roof below. He ran as fast as he could, and then he hid under a train. The Gestapo never found my mother or my uncle, and it was the last time that they saw their parents. My grandparents were taken away to the Auschwitz concentration camp and died in the gas chambers. Two months later, the war ended. My mother and my uncle were reunited at an orphan camp, and it was there where my mother met my father, Nicholas, who also escaped the war. Soon after, they left Europe and moved to Venezuela. 3 years later, I was born. We all have that survival instinct inside of us. It can either be our greatest asset or our biggest downfall. I've never had to run for my life from the Gestapo, but I really believe that I carried that imprint from my mother since I was in her womb. I felt I never had enough time. I was always in a big hurry. I finished my degree, my bachelor's degree, in 2 years instead of 4. And then my master's, and my doctorate, and my PhD, and LNC, LMT, LMNOP. Well, you get the idea. I always had a big sense of urgency, never even stopping for a cup of coffee. It was after I experienced extreme adrenal exhaustion that I realized something needed to change. I dedicated my life to extensive study and research. As a holistic wellness expert, my mission is to get to the root cause of people's suffering and help them transform their lives. By using my 8-step program, we will see all your life, and as a result, you can live a more fulfilling life by releasing your body of stress and pain. I would be honored to sit down for a cup of coffee. No rush.